Your ethnic superstation, 690 days, 680 nights. WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say. Learn more about this exciting radio broadcasting opportunity by calling WNZK Radio at 248-557-3500.
Welcome to the bright side of aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold. If you are diabetic, I am sure you have been warned by your doctor about the circulation problems that may occur, especially in your legs and your feet. That is why Medicare still pays for a free new pair of shoes if you're diabetic. And also, there's a system called neuropathy that may settle in that can be treated by a non-invasive system best described as the anodyne therapy. Call 1-888-489-8980 and find out how your leg circulation could be possibly improved by the anodyne therapy. Anodyne therapy is a non-invasive way of producing warmth in your legs and is applied by a professional in the convenience of your home or a nearby office. That's 1-888-489-8980. And if you'd like a free brochure on how Medicare can help you as a diabetic patient, many services are available for free. Call 1-888-489-8980.
If your question is, who am I going to call to bring the kind of services into my home that I need because I can't get out? House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. They can bring in doctors, dentists, nurses, therapists, and more. And those medical services are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. And they have all sorts of non-medical services, whatever you need. Now, if you use 4 hours or more of non-medical services per month, you're going to get a free personal emergency button telephone that you can use for both emergencies or daily use. Call House Calls on Wheels toll-free for further information. 1-888-489-8980. That's 1-888-489-8980.
And hopefully the new year is rolling along, or in this part of the country in Michigan, it's coasting along. And good news is we get breaks where it's warmer, and this may sound Pollyannish, but as you know, the show is titled Bright Side of Aging, so I try to stay on theme. Well, look outside, you see the snow, that's bright. And I love to watch snow falling if I'm inside. And there's just a beautiful cascade of Mother Nature, which has been compared to solid sunshine. And of course, if you're agile and able to move around, You hopefully can, if you are not up to skiing, you can do cross-country stuff. So there's a way to work with nature, but sitting back and complaining and not doing anything about it really is self-defeating. For those of you who are more active, as you know, I do the show Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan after the break in the half hour. And if you're looking to earn some extra income, by all means, we invite you to our Entrepreneur Mixer every Thursday morning, tomorrow being one of those, from 9:15 to 10:30. I have a whole program on encore entrepreneurship for people who have either retired or, as they say, been downsized, which is a comfortable way for companies to tell you they no longer want your services. If you want to earn income from your home or start your own business, it's free to attend, free donuts, free coffee. We meet at the Level 1 Bank, 37100 Woodward, southeast corner of Big Beaver and Woodward. It's Bloomfield Hills, and we meet inside a bank, Level 1 Bank. Anyone interested, please call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980, or our cell phone, 313-929-6105. It's obviously great to have money, but it's also even more important, of all the resolutions, is to stay healthy. And the way you can stay healthy is, as they say, you move it or lose it. And I'm really excited about a professional personal trainer, Bryant Johnson, who is a court clerk, Army reservist, and he moonlights as a personal trainer. And he's written this fantastic, upbeat book titled The RBG Workout. And he has got the distinction of working with judges and making them move. In fact, does the name Judge Ginsburg mean anything? Well, guess what? Brian Johnson is her personal trainer, and he will share with us how she stays strong, and you could too. I don't know about becoming a judge, but you can stay strong. Is that right, Brian Johnson?
That is correct, Ike. Thank you so much for having me on the bright side of aging.
Yes, all right. Tell me, what is the RBG workout?
The RBG workout, it actually is the actual workout for the Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who is 84 years young.
Oh, wow. That's my kind of girl. My kind of girl. All right. All right. So does each letter stand for something?
Yep. The R, the B, the G. Those are her initials, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Oh, I see. So if we do enough of those exercises, can we automatically become Supreme Court justices? Or it doesn't work that way?
I would put it to you like you would say, in your own mind.
All right. Okay. So how did you just introduce the Justice Ginsburg in the first place? And why?
Well, I was personal training at the United States District Court where I work at. And Justice Ginsburg had just finished her last bout of chemotherapy, and she was coming through colon cancer. And her husband looked at her at the time, and he said, "You look like you just came out of a concentration camp.
Oh, boy.
You need to get stronger. You need to find somebody to get you stronger." And she reached out to one of the judges at the court where I happened to work at, and I was training this particular judge, and she referred her to me. We met, we talked, and this was back in 1999. And we talked, had a brief conversation. I says, okay, we're going to start doing some weight-bearing exercises, which is going to increase that bone density, also build that strength, get that flexibility. It can get you to move. And we've been doing that ever since 1999. The only break we took was when I was deployed for 3 years, and then came back from 2004 to 2007. Came back. We started right back up 2008, and this is the product of it.
Well, she's keeping on going as well. And if you're not a judge, I just wondered if you could share what are some of the most common mistakes people make when starting a fitness routine.
One of the common mistakes for me and from the experience that I've gotten from people is just doing too much too fast. Doing too much too fast and then not really knowing what they're doing. Just doing something because they see somebody doing something. So the book, I like to use a military acronym that I created. I call the book a C book. It's simple, easy, and effective. And because this is called The Bright Side of Aging, the book is actually bright yellow.
Wow.
I couldn't have made it up.
Well, I collect trivia facts, and believe it or not, since I get involved, I publish a magazine, The Bright Side of Aging, as well, and people are always wanting to have their ads stand out. And then we get involved with putting flyers together and signage. Guess what? The most eye-catching colors are yellow and black. Would you believe that?
How about that?
And guess what? Your book, the RBG Workout, has got a yellow cover, and you have got a black outfit on. Wow!
Well, actually, that's actually Justice Ginsburg, so it's actually a picture of her.
My goodness, she looks terrific. I thought that was you. Maybe she should be training you, man. I'll tell you. Tell me, as far as a personal trainer, I wondered if you could give us some advice if someone's interested in having a personal trainer. What sort of credentials do these people have to have for them to be legitimate?
Well, here's the tricky thing. You really don't have to call yourself a personal trainer, but I would suggest that you get somebody who is certified through one of the major certification agencies. There's ACE, the American Council of Exercise, and there are a few more. ACE is just the one that I belong to. But I would, first of all, do like you're going to do anything else. If you're going to buy a car, you're going to do your homework and you do your research. Well, you do the same thing with a personal trainer. You know, do your homework, do your research, ask for referrals. Let me talk to somebody who you have trained.
Right.
And if they aren't willing to give you that, well, then they aren't willing to train you.
Share with us what's the ideal workout routine?
The ideal, there is no really ideal. What I want to say is that when I say personal training, it is personal to that person. So it depends on what you can do, not what you can't do. I don't like using that four-letter word, can't. It's what you can do, and we build on what you can do. So if you can only walk a little bit, well, then guess what? We're going to walk a little bit, and then maybe a little bit more. If you're weak with your upper body, then we're going to do some things to increase that upper body strength. So don't, just because you see one person do one thing, doesn't mean it may not be for you.
And
you know, so I couldn't really say this is a one exercise. So
right. Well, I'm looking at your book right now, the RBG Workout, and it's fantastic. It's my kind of book, and you're going to ask me why, Ike? Well, the answer is it's got more pictures almost than verbiage. That's my kind of book, where, you know, it's one thing you read, but actually it's photographed as beautifully, and this is something you can do right in your home. Is that correct? I mean,
I wanted to make it simple, easy, and effective.
Right.
You know, with the justice has enough to be concerned about doing her job.
Sure.
So when it comes to working out, I don't want to make it complicated.
Right.
I want to make it simple. So yes, less words. I can talk all day and half the night, but it's not about me. It's about making it simple. So if you see the picture, you know the picture, and do it.
Right.
I gave you two options. If you want to use the machines, you can use the machines, but not everyone has all of that in their house. And then times we travel. And so just because you travel doesn't mean you can't exercise. So I made it so you can use resistance tubes. You can get those. They can cost anywhere from $5 to $10 for a resistance tube.
Right.
And they come in various resistance. So you can get light, medium, heavy, and then get a door anchor. Door anchors may cost $2, $3, $5,
Right.
and then that's all you need.
Right.
And then you can follow the book and then knock it out.
Well, the book is only $14.95 or
Yeah.
$49.99. If anyone is interested, you can call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. I'll be glad to help facilitate getting the book. But if you want to order it, do you have it on any of the major, like Amazon or anyone else, or are you selling it direct?
Exactly. Or they can go to the website if they'd like.
Sure.
My website is www.rbgworkout.com.
Wow. Well, and they can always call us, and we talked off the air about maybe having you on a plasma screen if you can't fly into Michigan, and then you could show your stuff. And all I need is some stretch bands and some chairs. It'd be a fun thing for a brand new year. There's nothing worse than figuring, hey, I can't afford the gym, I can't, and just the driving time alone, and especially in this part of the country where driving can be hazardous, you don't have to leave your home.
Exactly.
And for what we just spouted out, for under $50, you can have your own little gym. And if you're in a situation like my house, my wife doesn't like clutter, so putting in treadmills and all that other stuff is expensive, and it takes up space. This way, even when you're traveling, you just throw in one of those stretch bands and a yoga mat, and you're good to go. So, as I joked about it, that if you want to get anything done in life, you'll find a way, and if you don't, you'll find an excuse.
That is an awesome way.
All right, and you are awesome, sir, and I'll let you go. I know you got a tight schedule, and we'll take a brief break. Folks, don't you dare go away, and we have other interesting stuff to talk with Dr. Andre Lee. Don't you dare go away. If you are diabetic, I am sure you have been warned by your doctor about the circulation problems that may occur, especially in your legs and your feet. That is why Medicare still pays for a free new pair of shoes if you're diabetic. And also, there's a system called neuropathy that may settle in that can be treated by a non-invasive system best described as the anodyne therapy. Call 1-888-489-8980 and find out how your leg circulation could be possibly improved by the anodyne therapy. Anodyne therapy is a non-invasive way of producing warmth in your legs and is applied by a professional and in the convenience of your home or a nearby office. That's 1-888-489-8980. And if you'd like a free brochure on how Medicare can help you as a diabetic patient, many services are available for free. Call 1-888-489-8980. And we're back with Dr. Andre Lee, who is not only a very knowledgeable healthcare professional, has got the credentials to prove it, former administrator for Highland Park General Hospital, now has got all kinds of programs, not only for seniors, but also for young people, and I'm really excited about being involved with some of his programs. Dr. Andre Lee has fun fundraising ideas for churches, organizations, whereby you were now memorializing Martin Luther King, and Dr. Andre Lee has been honoring the wonderful contributions the black community has made year-round. He's got a series of portraits of famous leaders in the black community, and you can get the portraits, and he'll ship them to your church or organization, and you can make it into a fundraising project, and carrying on the tradition and teaching young people about what they can be proud of in this great country called America. Hello, Dr. Andre Lee.
Well, you know what? One thing about getting old and having a little age on you is you got a long biography, and it takes about as long to read that doggone thing. I think we're going to have to.
Well, that's good.
Take a little bit.
Well, that's great. I mean, the beautiful part about aging, and if you look at it in a positive way, like you're an example of it, is that you have that much more to talk about and read about, and that's wonderful. And I admire your style, because you certainly have every right to, as they say, retired. Well, you are not retired.
No, not retired.
No, you are
refreshed.
How about refired? How's that?
Or recycle. Any of those. As long as I'm here in the country, that's all I care about.
So tell me, what's going on? You've got, I know, some things always cooking. What's cooking?
Well, I still got the panels, which I hope people will take advantage of and display at their organization and use it as a fundraiser. I still have the books. I have a couple more books coming out here very soon. And, of course, Black History Month is coming, and I'm getting a lot of requests to do live webinars on Black history. Mine are limited to medical, though. But I'm more than willing to do a live presentation for an hour to any organization that can have the internet and able to show it with a camera.
Right.
So I'm getting some requests for that. So that's what's happening right now. But then I have a proposal that I'm turning in on how to deal with children, healthy children game-a-thon, and that's a series of games based on health themes to teach our children healthy habits.
Right.
And I'm hoping churches will join me with that and participate. It only takes an hour or two a week. They participate by virtue of the internet, and I think the kids will enjoy it. Plus, there are points that they can earn, which are redeemable for prizes at the end of the cycle period, which is an 8-week period. So that's something that I think people will find and we'll deal with a lot of different subjects that pertain to children, from dental to eating well to exercising and so forth. So each week is a different topic.
Well, you know, Walt Disney was once quoted, a lot of his material was used in schools to actually educate people, that his philosophy was you can educate more with entertainment than almost any other format, because, let's face it, young people have a shorter span as far as attention than as we get older, and ours ain't that good even when we get older. So if you can make it a fun way and teach and set the stage for these young people's lives as to how they can live healthier, my goodness. And you can use it as a project to reach out to the younger people in any church or any organization, and you can do it in a fun type way and raise money. As I like to quote, is that you can do well doing good. And you're a perfect example of that. I just wondered if you usually have a a plethora. How's that? I used that word. Today. I just learned about it. Of health facts.
Well, yeah, let me just quickly say because I have a series of people been asked me to set up a series of webinars on healthy tips for adults as well. And one of them is, and to be honest, I did a little research and got it from the AARP, but as you call it, is research. And so I'm going to plagiarize just a little bit. And when you're shopping at your supermarket, use common sense. As you're going through and you see all these vegetables being on display, don't just reach and grab, but examine the item and make sure that the skin is not broached. Make sure that there aren't any fruit flies or flies hanging around, because all of that is a sign that particular item may not be a good buy. And you do the same thing when you go to where they have on display in open air items that you can scoop out and put on your plate or whatever. Again, you watch the people that are preparing these things, make sure they're wearing gloves and make sure they're wearing masks in some cases and not coughing and all that sort of thing. This is just common sense stuff.
Yeah,
and so I would urge people. That's all I'm doing here at this point. Is just this is a very sound common sense tip. Be observant when you're walking through these places. And that's applied whether it's organic or non-organic food. It doesn't matter. Okay, this is just common sense stuff.
Yes, yeah. Well, they say the trouble with common sense is that it's not too common.
Yeah, of course.
And rather, than wandering around in the grocery store looking for what you may have forgotten, what you just brought out is common sense. Take that time to examine the vegetables and the fruits. And there is nothing embarrassing, and you can do it very diplomatically. If you see some of these people that are handling the stuff that you were considering buying and they have no gloves on, to go over, rather than starting a confrontation with the clerk, as you go to the manager and they say, I noticed some of your people don't have gloves on.
No question about it. I think they would want to hear that too.
Sure, because they're because the Board of Health inspector comes in, they're going to be fined. So you're actually helping them and yourself.
Absolutely. You go over to the meat counter and you see this fish and all that being displayed. I mean, you got to watch what they're doing. And even when you get home, not only do you rinse it off, I always spray mine with vinegar. Let it sit for a minute, to make sure you get all that, and spray it on both sides. This is just safety precautions.
Right. Well, and talking about safety and all that. How many people hang on to a sponge that they use the washing forever? I mean, how much does a sponge cost?
Yeah, how about that? Or use it to clean the toilet, then go wash the dishes.
Right. Well, I'm not going there, man. I have made a promise to myself years ago not to do that. And the point is that you want to maximize your dollars, and there's nothing embarrassing about asking whoever is in charge of groceries, say, how old are these? Did these just come out? And
no question.
And any of the chains, big guys out there, they admire, actually expect their customers to tell them what to do. And especially fruits and vegetables, you hear about how important it is to have them. You might as well make sure that when you do have them, they're the type that's going to do you the most benefit. And we got more to talk about, but guess what? The good news is we got a whole year to do that.
And cut that introduction down.
It's too long. All right. Well, we'll cook it down for you. Dr. Andre Lee will talk to you next week. Right now, I only have enough time for my favorite parting thought, which is yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. And that's why we call it the present. Please enjoy your present by looking and living life with that bright side of aging. Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Network radio show. Our mission is to interview successful entrepreneurs who are willing to share with us their ideas and experiences, both the successes and the failures. Because as it has been jokingly said, you should learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. My name is Ike Engelbaum, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, which is a group of motivated people that are all interested in helping each other in achieving our personal and professional goals. Please check out our website, entrepreneursnetworkofmichigan.com, for meeting schedule as well as self-improvement material. Our philosophy is that if it's to be, it's up to me. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now.
If you're one of those folks who needs a helping hand, like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or help you pay your bills, run your errands, laundry pickup and delivery, maybe somebody to help you with bathing and grooming or in-home hair cutting and styling, you can't get out and you need medical help, maybe a doctor, a dentist, a nurse, a podiatrist, you name it, or prescription delivery, House Calls on Wheels is the answer. They provide both non-medical and medical services in your home. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour if you're using any of the medical services, and all of the medical services are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. Call House Calls on Wheels for further information. It's a toll-free number, 1-888-489-8980. That's House Calls on Wheels, 1-888-489-8980.
And welcome. Hopefully you have on your calendar, since it's a brand new year, you're supposed to do stuff that's different. If you're an existing member of our Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, then I assume that you know the meetings that we have are throughout the week. The one that's sort of a standard bearer. I'm going to learn how to speak English one of these days. Is our Thursday morning meetings from 9:15 to 10:30. We meet at the Level 1 Bank at 37100 Woodward. And the location is at southeast corner of Big Beaver and Woodward, Bloomfield Hills. It's free to attend. We've got some dynamic entrepreneur members that make it part of their weekly routine. How about the year 2018? Make it your weekly routine for at least to join us on Thursday mornings from 9:15 to 10:30. Well, If that doesn't work out for you, you got to be somewhere at a job or what have you. We give you all kinds of opportunities, and we're going to be sharing that with you, as well as giving you the opportunity at 10:30. We take another hour and we discuss various home-based business opportunities. And if you've already started a business and you want guidance as to how to have more profit, we're your group. And we really have got some exciting plans for this coming year. Aside from our weekly meetings, Thursday mornings from 9:15 to 10:30, and then our brainstorming from 10:30 to 11:30 possibly. Then afterward, if you want to have lunch with us, we go to the Little Daddy's restaurant up the street, and we can share individual strategies and plans for you. I'm really excited about having two of our members of the Entrepreneurs Group in studio with me. And I want to, first of all, do the usual format that we have at our meetings. And you can see them live and in action if you come to our meetings. Dr. Kevin Pappert, who is a financial doctor, is got not only the credentials for it, but he wears a white doctor's jacket with him all the time. Is that right, Dr. Kevin Pappert?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's your brand, right?
Right.
For those folks that don't know you, why don't you give us your 60-second elevator pitch?
Pretty much what I do is I help entrepreneurs to become the next millionaire in America. And I feel that 2018 is going to definitely go down as the year of the entrepreneur. I'm excited about this year with the new tax laws that went into effect. It's going to open up a lot of doors for a lot of people who are currently in business. But if you're not in business, this would be the year to look into it. Only because the tax laws are going to reward you handsomely in getting into business. But I want to caution a lot of people that in getting into business, what you need to do is you need to have a good attorney to back you on this, and you need to do it right up front. And I just really want people to understand you got to have a good tax attorney, you got to have a good attorney to be able to back you, the top professionals in being able to perform these services. And your meeting this Thursday morning, we're going to have a professional who understands this new tax law and is a specialist on the tax code, and he's going to be doing a small seminar. So if you're in the world of business, I would highly recommend that people would show up this Thursday morning at 9:15 to get this valuable education. Plus the fact one of our guest speakers here today is also going to be there to be able to help advise people in looking into the world of business.
Well, and that's going to be tomorrow, 9:15 to 10:30. And the attorney that we have at our meetings has got a lot of experience. He's been with our group for, I think, 700 years. Is that right, Scott Lenheiser?
I think it's probably pretty close.
Well,
I think it's probably pretty close.
Okay, all right. Well, that's wonderful for those folks that haven't had the privilege of meeting you. Why don't you give us your 60-second elevator pitch?
Well, most of the time I like to tell people that for 38 years and counting, I've been mostly a business, taxation, and real estate attorney, and I've been called upon to do other things. But my major objective in doing all this is to keep people from making really horrible mistakes, if I can. And I always believe in the Coast Guard motto of Semper Paratus, which translates into always prepared.
So, speaking of preparation, Dr. Kevin alluded to it, is that you have to have certain basic professionals around you if you really want to maximize your ideas. And that is, obviously, you need an accountant, and we're going to have Harry Pivos, who is my personal accountant, and anybody that I know that's searching for an accountant, I strongly recommend him because he explains the accounting process in shirt-sleeve English. So you need, I call it the ABCs for entrepreneurship. A stands for accountant, and you have an attorney, which you are, Scott. And then B is you have to have a banking source. And I'm not suggesting you drop whatever bank you're dealing with, but Level 1 Bank has got 10 branches, and they've been strong sponsors of our whole mission. So I, in turn, try to help get them clients that are looking for banks that are easier to deal with than other banks. If you have a current bank relationship, keep it. No one prevents you from having a second banking account. And it's not uncommon for many business professionals to deal with more than one bank, because many times, depending on who the manager and the philosophy of that particular bank, they can either help you or confuse you. We have enough confusion in the business world. And Scott Lenheiser, since you're an attorney, can you share with us some tips? What is important that if you're going to go into business?
Well, the first thing that I'd like to convince people to do is to have a demographic study made as to where you want to position this business, that the surrounding community can support it. Mm-hmm. And I am told that there's a very interesting little map down in the Oakland County Circuit Court building, or the county building, that shows you certain things that you might want to know about as far as density and income and things like that. There is a reason why the city of Columbus, Ohio, can support 5 full-time pipe and tobacco stores, whereas other places they couldn't manage to support one in any event.
Right. Well, I'm glad you brought up it's actually one-stop shop, and our tax dollars are paid for it. It's free for anyone wanting to start a business, ideally in Oakland County, since the office is right at Brooks Patterson's headquarters. Beautiful facility, and one of our associates there, he's retired and been very successful in business, is a full-time volunteer. Tom Raymond has what he calls Open Door Thursdays. So after our meeting, you can head on up to the headquarter office. It's at 2100 Pontiac Lake Road in Waterford. It's just north of Elizabeth Lake Road and Telegraph. I'd be glad to share the information with you. If you can't make it to the meeting, call us on our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. And that's what we do without, trying to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, which I am. We are the only networking group that when you show up, you not only get a chance to introduce yourself, but make connections with the important people that can help you grow that business. Like Dr. Kevin Pappert has got all kinds of resources for helping you finance the business. And, of course, Scott Lenheiser is just described. He's the attorney. You have the bank. C, or the ABCs of starting a business, are the connections. We have the connections. And if you show up, and it's free, I was told that our donuts are healthy, so I don't want you to think that suddenly we're slamming you down with unhealthy stuff. Dr. Kevin Pappert supervises that process. And so you're welcome to join us free and every Thursday morning, and we can also provide you with the right connections. Before I take our break, I want to hype one of our associates. He's a member of our entrepreneurs group, Dan Nichols, who is a business coach, has written books, In fact, we're going to be doing a series of seminars starting January 17th from 6:30 to 8:30. January 17th, 24th, and 31st. Again, it's free at the Royal Oak Library, which is right on 11 Mile Road near Maine. If you are interested in going to the meetings, you can log on to the initials of Royal Oak Public Library, which is ROPL ROPL.org, or call the Adult Reference Desk, and that phone number is 248-246-3727. It's free, and of course you're always welcome to call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. Dan Nichols is the author of a book called Lemonade Stand, Simple Business Planning Systems, and he'll guide you through all the details. And I plan to attend, so why shouldn't you attend if you're serious about being self-employed and being successful? When we get back from our break, I'd like to discuss a couple of top tips that entrepreneurs should make as part of their itinerary for the new year. As I like to wish everybody a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. So hopefully you'll be happier and healthier and more prosperous at the end of 2018. Right now we'll take a brief break, and we'll be right back with Scott Lenheiser, attorney, and Dr. Kevin Pappert, the financial doctor. Don't you dare go away. House Calls on Wheels has a great idea on how you can help your loved ones stay comfortable, independent, safe, and right at home by converting your attached garage or retrofitting your home to a customized home healthcare suite. Call 888-489-8980. The Healthcare Suite is a customized floor plan which quickly and easily converts your garage or modifies any room inside your home into a comfortable living area in less than 90 days. If you'd like, the unit has its own heating, air conditioning, and plumbing system, even a private bathroom, and all of this for less than a year's stay in a nursing home. And we have a budget plan so that we can work within your budget. Call 888-489-8980. We even have a free video that you can see. Call 888-489-8980 and find out about the Healthcare Suite now. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now. And now I want you to write down Thursday mornings for the year 2018 and hopefully many more. Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan invites you for donuts and coffee for free at the Level 1 Bank from 9:15 to 10:30. The address is 37100 Woodward, southeast corner of Big Beaver and Woodward in Bloomfield Hills. It's free, and you'll definitely walk out smarter than you walked in. Our speaker tomorrow, Harry Pivos, is a very renowned accountant, and he is my accountant, and whoever I know that I feel close to, I strongly recommend that you consider his services. There's nothing wrong with getting a second opinion about your financial situations. And as I mentioned the ABCs in our earlier segment, having an accountant, an attorney, you also need advertising, okay? And that's what we try to help you do, because if you come to our meetings, we have a door prize drawing of a 10-minute radio interview so that we can get the message out. And now with mobile marketing, we've got some experts in that field. It's a phenomenal group. It's taken me over 40 years to try to put a team together, and I'm really proud of that team because I've seen so many good things happen. The B with the bank is level 1, is their sponsor there, and C, of course, is the connections. And Dr. Kevin Pappert, who is here in studio with me today, and I, as they say, as for sake of disclosure, are involved in a couple of home-based business opportunities that we'd like to have you consider to add to whatever you're doing. So Dr. Kevin Pappert, why don't you share with us a couple of the programs we're involved with, Merit Plan and Financial Education Service?
Well, one of the key things is being who I am. And being one of the top business consultants in all of North America. I find businesses that are related to what I do and how I do it. And I try to solve key problems, specifically the top problems here in America. As we all pretty much know, that the number one problem facing Americans today is their financial well-being. And so once again, that is something that there is a home-based business called Financial Education Services that solves those problems. Not only can they help individuals to improve their credit scores, which can basically pretty much help to resolute your financial scenarios, but they're also one of the top companies in America that specializes in solving your financial problems as well. And so they have a twofold program. And once again, we're looking at a better part of 140 million people here in America who have credit scores of 630 or less and don't have bank accounts. They don't have wills, trusts, and powers of attorneys. They don't even have their identity protected. And this company can do all of that with one, low monthly fee. Mm-hmm. So that's one of the number one problem facing Americans today is their financial well-being. But the number one reason why people have financial problems is in this healthcare industry. The healthcare industry went totally upside down. And so once again, there is another company who is the number one solution when it comes to offering discount supplemental healthcare programs, and that is Ameriplan. Mm-hmm. They had just recently been endorsed by the AMA, which is the American Medical Association, is now endorsing this organization as the number one company who provides these kinds of services. Mm-hmm. And so once again, if you want to get into something that's in home-based or network marketing, you want to get into a business that is in the top of the industries and also is the number one problems facing Americans today. And we're looking at millions and millions of people. A perfect example in healthcare. Do you know, Ike, that over 90 million households are either underinsured or have no insurance at all?
Right.
And it's that bad.
No, I want to pick up on that, and just to add some additional information on both those ventures, and I don't mind sharing with you. I'm involved with them because I share in that philosophy. It's ironic, right around New Year's, we're always making toasts for the new year, and it's called health and wealth, okay? We make a toast for better health and also wealth. And the Ameriplan program, which is not insurance, and in fact, even if you're insured, many times you're underinsured, Ameriplan has picked up a gap in this typical entrepreneurial idea, a successful one I might add, is they see a niche. There are a lot of people who are not getting the coverage, for example, on their prescription drugs. You can save almost up to 50% of your prescription costs. Chiropractic services, dental, huge issue. I have possibly the best insurance out there, and I'm not covered for dental. But with the Ameriplan, there are dentists or participants that can save you up to 50% on their services. So you pay a flat fee of only like $39.95, which you probably lose every time you go to a doctor in terms of the copays and the rest of it. This supplements what you have. And typical entrepreneur type thinking is that if you're satisfied with it and you recommend it to someone else to get involved, you get a referral fee. So in other words, you're helping yourself as well as someone else in the basic situation of health.
Right. Right.
And the wealth part, so many people say, well, my credit score isn't that bad, it's gone down a few points. They do not realize how devastating that is to all their other financial situations. Like whatever they're paying for insurance, they pay substantially more because of their poor credit, insurance, housing, almost everything of major value. If you got a poor credit score, you end up paying more than you have to. Again, you pay a monthly fee, and if you see it benefits you and you recommend it to others, you make a residual income. Not a bad way to make additional income.
Right.
And the beautiful part about it is that it's just a matter of referring and connecting. Now you have some Saturday meetings also explaining more about the program. Is that correct?
Yeah, I have a meetup organization of my own. It's called the Future Business Organizations of America, and we meet twice a month. And in that is I teach people how to run a business, regardless of what kind of business it might be. Even if you wanted to have a home-based business, I can teach people how to create wealth by running any kind of business in America.
So if you want to make both, come Saturday mornings, I should say Thursday mornings from 9:15 to 10:30. You got lunch type meeting at 11:30 at the Little Daddy's restaurant right up the street. Then you can take advantage of meeting with Dr. Kevin Pappert. Where's the location and the price?
We meet at, in fact, it's free of charge, and we meet twice a month, always the second and the fourth Saturdays of the month. We start at 10:30 in the mornings, and we'll meet at Lafayette Market, which is on North Saginaw Drive, 154 North Saginaw Drive, and that's in Pontiac.
And it starts at 10:30 till what time?
Till 10:30 till 1 o'clock.
Till 1 o'clock. So you got plenty of time to talk and learn and network, and the price is right, that's for sure. It's free. If you want to order some food, there's a great restaurant downstairs. Anyway, we can go on. Thanks for being here, Scott Lenheiser, a prominent attorney, and Dr. Kevin Pappert, prominent financial doctor. Right now, I only have enough time for my parting thought, and that is that if you really want to get anything done in life, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there is no excuse for not achieving your dreams and goals in America, because it is the greatest country in the whole world. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline.
WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities.